Hey everyone, this is Eric Brown, and I'm going over what I would do if I were in the food service industry. Obviously, one of the industries that's been affected a lot by the COVID-19 pandemic. So I mentioned that I'm doing a series called What If I Were a, then fill in the blank. So it could be chef, bartender, caterer, you name it. What would I do? And I think the first thing is you need to recognize that you have a unique skill set. I think in the industry, we take it for granted. Uh, whether you've been cooking for a little while or a long time, you know more than 99% of people. And if you think about it, with restaurants closed or um, the concepts change in terms of curbside pickup or takeout, people aren't eating out as much, of course, and they're at home potentially cooking, trying to cook. Maybe they don't know how to cook, and now they're being forced to cook. Another thing is people are they've been home for so long. They're looking for content. They're looking for information. They're looking for entertainment. They're looking for a way to pass the time. So after recognizing that you have a unique skill set, the next thing that I would do is I would start producing content. Um, the thing is, before you start thinking about how can I make money now that I don't have a job, you need to think like from a sales perspective. You doing is or showing is a much more effective sales technique than actually telling. So you can tell somebody how great of a cook you are, how amazing you are at teaching, whatever it is, trying to find a way maybe to sell them a class. And they may or may not believe you. But if you start putting content out there and showing them what you're capable of, then they're going to see how awesome you really are. And also you can show off, whatever you're maybe really good at. So if you're good at Asian food or if you're good at Southern food, whatever it is, take your unique spin and your unique point of view in terms of plating, put it all together, and people can really get a sense of who you are before you start pitching your services. If you think about a company that you're probably familiar with, Cutco, they do an awesome job demoing their products before you're sold on them. They will show you how to cut pennies with scissors. They'll cut tons of really hard to cut things with their knives and show that they're still sharp after. If you were to buy a car, think about it. The salesperson can talk to you all they want about the car, but until you set foot in it and take a test drive, you're probably not sold until that point. So produce content, and I've got a friend who's he's not a chef, but he's an amazing videographer, and he puts together some cool videos. So he does a lot of stuff in the food space, and you can see that this is pretty sweet, right? What he's done, he's just cooking some steaks on the grill. Another example would be, he did this really awesome thing putting together bread pudding with some home ingredients. You don't have to be, that produced. You can be a little more organic. So if you're not a member of Chefs Helping Chefs, it's a group that I manage. I definitely encourage you to join. There's a long waiting list to get in. But you can just see that tons of people in the group are posting pictures of what they've produced. Really awesome dishes, breads, getting a lot of feedback. So you can post things here before you post them to your own profile or business page. There's some really cool stuff here, and if chefs are excited about it, you can only imagine what the regular consumer is going to be like. Video is awesome. You definitely more interactive. Really gets people starting to think about the food, excited about it. So just a few more examples here. Really awesome platings, and this person's super talented. Um, So, not only did they post some pictures, I actually asked them, if they wouldn't mind um, posting a video because I thought it was pretty cool. And here you go. So, I just want to give you a little sample there. I recommend that you create a Facebook business page. That way, you can get people that are not your friends also to follow you, find out more information, put up a post that's an ad, say for a virtual cooking class. So that's basically how I recommend that you start generating some money. So start teaching all these people at home like how to cook, or maybe how to cook something different that they're not already bored of because they've been cooking the same meal for the past month or so, and then get them scheduled through something like Calendly, where you can set up either a group class or a private one-on-one, depending what you're more comfortable with or what you want to teach. They click on this link. It's a group class. $25 is how I have it set up as. Find a time on my calendar when I'm able to teach it. They pay me the $25. It goes into my bank account, and I've made some money. You can charge people $5. You can charge them $100, whatever you want, whatever you think they're willing to pay, and obviously based on what you're doing at home and how long the class is. So that's just a quick overview of what you can do. Basically, just first put some content out there, and then you can start pitching some virtual classes. These would be held over Zoom. So it says that the web conferencing details will be provided after the after payment, basically. And then you can create posts using this tool, canva.com. So create a quick design. I'm going to use custom dimensions, 1200 by 1200, because I'm going to create a Facebook post. That square image size works really well for mobile and for desktop. So that's why I like to use it. Maybe, I don't know, I want to show people how to cook steak. So there's some really awesome free templates. Um, yeah, actually, if people want to learn how to throw a barbecue party, this is not bad, right? Just put in your link here, maybe, before you put this into your Facebook post. Talk to people about your background if you're really good at barbecue or grilling, and you're off. So, just a quick overview again. If I were in the industry, if I were a chef, this is what I'd be doing. If I were a bartender, I'd be offering mixology classes. If I were a caterer, I get people thinking not only about some food, so I would show them how to make some quick appetizers, or I could even run a class on how to set up an event. If people want to start thinking about the summer, and they are already for sure, then there are a million things that you could be teaching them as a caterer, or even just educating them about what they should be thinking about. So when they hire you, then you're already one step ahead, and they're thinking about you as a trusted advisor. So that's what I got. Hopefully, this is helpful for you, those of you in the food service industry, and I'll leave it there.